Hey y'all, happy witching hour. It's High Priestess Jamila. How are y'all? I wanted to have this discussion, and you know what? I may not even keep this up, but I feel like it's time for me to talk about this and just speak about some of my theories as I deal with what I'm dealing with. And I wanted to come and talk about DL gay men. I'm not talking about men that have not came out to their family. I'm not talking about stuff like that. If I'm not talking about openly gay men or men that just simply have not decided. I'm talking about DL misogynistic gay men who are really on the DL, who know full well what they into. They know, right? Because they show it. But yet they insist on sleeping with women. And I want to talk about this. And um, first of all, I want to talk about the number one sign. And being in and I'm just gonna come straight out and say it that being in the Atlanta, Georgia area is so traumatizing because of this. You know what? Before I moved down here, I would hear people say often, it's a lot of DL men down there. I don't want to go there. It's a lot of DL men. Ooh, you got to be careful of them DL men. Ooh, you got to be careful of them DL men. Hey, Unicali, I never knew how dangerous a DL man can actually be. And this is going back to the Bible days. Like all of those men, Moses, all those men in that Bible that wrote it were DL gay. I truly believe that. And I'm talking about DL. I'm not talking about openly gay men. I'm not talking about openly gay men. I'm talking about DL men. There is a difference. First of all, I'm going to tell you a number one sign of a DL man is when he is too hateful. He's hatefully animated towards women. And that doesn't mean that he's going to be hatefully animated towards his own woman. No, if he shows that side of himself towards any woman, you are dealing with a DL man who is probably the most dangerous on this planet. They are dangerous, especially if they have fear of being found out. Exactly, Unicali. And what's weird about it, and I'm gonna get into the signs of it because it seems like to me like it's in their ears and their throats. It's connected to the ears and the throat. They love the sound of a man's voice. A man that is incapable of listening. Because when you're able to listen to somebody, you're able to reason. A man that is actually able to listen to a woman and what she's saying, DL gay men can't listen. They only want to hear the sound of a man. When a woman speaks to them, they completely check out. They just love the tone, the deepness, the richness of a man's voice. When a woman is speaking, it's nothing. He's not listening to her. And please believe that it came from that Bible. I'm not saying that gay men came from the Bible. No, there's been gay men around since the dawn of time. Okay. I would rather them just come out the closet. They don't want to do it. You know what they rather do? They sit around all day. That's the problem with a lot of these men on the internet. Because what part of the issue that men have to learn, heterosexual men learn, is that they start connecting their heart chakra to their phallus. And this is when he becomes a good sexual romantic partner. When a man learns to not relate being a man with sleeping around and having notches under his belt, that's when he learns. DL men will never learn that. They try to cover it up, they try to hide it, they try to make it not what they try to not be who they are by sleeping with numerous women or even surrounding themselves with women. So basically, when you are sleeping with a DL man, you are not connecting to him because what he does is he sits around all day long listening to other men speak and communicate with other men. By the time he actually gets to the woman of his choice or at that moment, this if he has coitus or sex with her, it's simply just like going to the bathroom. It's just a bodily function to them. It's weird. It's not the woman that actually turns them on. It's the fact that they've been sitting there listening to other men. If you're a heterosexual woman and you're actually talking to a man that's not on the DL, you're not going to listen to somebody that not only is afraid to be who they are, but you're not. How many women, by raise a hand, how many heterosexual women actually takes the advice of their friend girls who are just all over the damn place, and you know damn well that heifer, she just like to sleep around. Nobody listens to women like that. Women don't listen to women like that. We would rather be in a relationship and listen to our man, and hopefully he's saying the right things. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that, Unicali. Absolutely, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. They are very harmful. You usually have to repeat yourself to them over and over again. It is extremely draining. Even when you say it over and over again, they can't comprehend it. By the time they can comprehend a woman that's talking to them, it's usually because her voice has become hoarse. Her voice has become hoarse. Now they're listening closer because the higher octave is gone. They don't want to hear the woman. They don't want to listen to the woman. That's why they make accusations. That's why domestic violence happens. That's why a lot of them that are like that, They have absolutely no respect for the woman. No respect. Because in reality, they really want to be with a man. At the same time, down low men are actually grossed out by it. At the same time, they're usually bipolar. They're grossed out by being with other men, but yet they can't stop thinking about it. It becomes an unspoken fantasy while they constantly listen to, even if a man is lying on you, even if a man is told a lie or said something erroneous, they're going to accept that over what the woman said simply because this man has a deep voice and it's penetrating and tickling his sexual excitement. And I've seen men not be able to get it up. A DL gay man that I know of not be able to get it up. Okay, I've seen them do that, or it will have an opposite effect on them. DL gay men are going to put themselves in a position where other men are constantly berating them. Why would you, as a man, surround yourself in a situation where you're constantly arguing and going back and forth with other men that you don't get along with? Because they're feminized. The moment a man, if I were a man, the moment another man starts to make gay phrases towards me, I wouldn't speak to him anymore. The moment he did that. And the reason why is because, and you know what, this is something that I think is common in the LGBT community. A lot of drama, a lot of abuse, a lot of animated stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And heterosexual women that want a man, we want a man. We don't want to be bothered with that drama and chaos. It kills us. It literally makes women sick. It can literally make you sick if you're not protecting yourself from that energy. It can literally make you sick. But to no avail, they won't stay away from women. DL gay men are more than likely to hound and harass you because, see, a woman to them is not someone that they want to connect to on a deeper level. No, it's just a conquest. And the conquest is to do what? Break you and destroy you. That's pretty much what that is, you know. And trust me, I've made excuses. Oh, it's black magic. Oh, this and that. No, it's just that he's gay. He's on the DL. The sound of that other man's voice is lingering in his ears and tantalizing him. And he's mad at you for existing as a woman. He wishes that women didn't exist because we are some pinnacle of normalcy to them that they don't want. And I always tell them, well, it's okay for you to be gay. No, they want to deny being gay. Why not just be who you are? Why are you worrying women with this? There's plenty of straight men out there. They're usually competing with you. Only a DL gay man is going to insult a woman in any way. Like the art like if you have a disagreement with a straight man, it's going to be totally different if you have a disagreement with a down low man, because a down low man is going to insult you, insult your looks, say that you smell like fish even though you don't. It's very bizarre, and they don't like you. These DL men, at the end of the day, they just don't like you. They don't like your children. They are very dangerous animals. I'm talking about the DL ones that are misogynistic, that are actively doing things. They have literally made themselves a weapon against us. Anything in their power to hurt you. Anything in their power to hurt you. And typically they are narcissistic, but they're narcissistic by design. They can't help but to be narcissistic, because actually admitting that they were wrong to a woman that they are actually sexually intimate with, no, that's too much. That's too much. And trust me, I can guarantee you that they have meetings about this and they have discussed it. Now, if you're a woman that likes to see two men have sex with each other, or you're a woman that doesn't respect men, they love women like that. They love women who don't want a normal relationship with a man. They love that. They may claim that they don't, but they love women like that. They feel comfortable with that. If and that's why a lot of them have wives at home that literally cook and clean and take care of them, and they will come home and go upside her head, beat her. This to me, and I hate you women. They're very childish, and then plus religion has completely destroyed their intellect. Completely. Bible is all about hating a woman. It will always be that way. It will always be that way. There's nothing that can change it. Mother Mary can't change it. Mary Magdalene, nobody can change it. Those spirits, which those are spirits, that is not God. It may be a God, but that's not God that would speak to harm women and children. But they, to no avail. I to tell you something. I think that any man that is a misogynist, deep down inside of him, he wants another man. I think that for any of them, a misogynistic man, misogyny is closely related to, it is the same problem. So I don't know any, you know what? I don't believe not they're not they're not. I mean, listen, you can hate a woman. No, where does that even come from? Is that like a byproduct of narcissism? You know how like all women, or I hate all this particular gender. blanket feeling of hatred for one gender. You see what I'm saying, Unicali? So that's weird within itself. You know, listen, I have had men do me wrong. I've had men cheat on me, and I am damn near 50 years old, and I would never hate a man ever. I would never hate I mean, you know, when that spirit get to you and you be like, ugh, I can't the rest of your life. Ooh, I hate all men. Ooh, I hate all the. I don't see how people do that. To me, that's mental illness. Something is wrong with you. However, I do understand women and their distrust of men because men have been taught, probably 80% of them, finding a good man that is not under my very difficult. It's the religion, trust me. It's what they're going to do. And then they wonder why we go to Satan. We need protection from you. What are you talking about? We need to go to Hecate. We need to go to Lilith. We need to go to Satan. You actually hate me so much that you're literally trying to kill me. You're trying to murder me. You're trying to unalive me. All the time. The times where you're acting normal is fake. You're not even let the woman down and you think it's funny. You try to lift since when? You know, that's what I was telling y'all about the magic carpet ride. You know, can you imagine Aladdin taking her up on that magic carpet, and then all of a sudden, oops, I don't really like women, and just letting her fall down to let me pull the rug from underneath you, Jasmine. Let me pull the rug from underneath you because I really don't like you. This is exactly what DL men do. This is how they trick and fool women. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. They're trying to take women's energy and life force. Some of them don't. Now, I was looking at yesterday, I was actually looking at videos on the misery machine that became possessed by the Bible, and he got pulled over by the police. It was a whole bunch of drama leading up to it. You know, one of them type of males that can't control themselves or their temper. You know, it was pretty bad. You that man that got out of his car when he got pulled over and simply walked over and tossed his daughter into the damn ocean, and he said he did it for God. You know, God told them to do it, and then lo behold, you look in the Bible, and that's exactly what it says. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Until it stops, I am never. I'm on a mission. You know what? It's evil. It is evil, and it's got evil spirits in it. It from start to finish is evil. I don't trust it, and I don't care. The fact that you just hear story after that are into that Bible, they will see somebody, they will see something that is a newborn baby comes into this world and they're just That's all I see them doing. You can't cherry pick the Bible either. You can't cherry pick it. You and it is very irresponsible to be underneath that religion because you have no idea. You know what you're doing? You're sacrificing innocent people. That's all you're doing. Even aware of it. Some of them are. Some of them are fully aware of what that Bible. I was talking about that yesterday. By the way, Malcolm Jamal Warner, rest in peace. Oh my God, we lost a good one. That man was so handsome. Ooh, he was so handsome. Oh my goodness. Is it going in and out? I'm sorry. Hold on, let me check my internet connection. I thought I had improved that because people that are Christian for some reason, and we can't take carry that over to Satanism. They believe that you're doing. It can be just a random person. It only some people are being sacrificed because they keep conjuring these evil spirits from that Bible. The Bible equals the evil dead. It is real in this world. That is a fact. And people are in denial about it and they're scared. They constantly and consistently want to deny the problem. I don't have a problem with saying that. I know damn well that the divine feminine is going to protect me. They're not going to do anything to me. What are you going to do to me for saying that? My goddess will protect me because that's what they want to do. They want to kill you. And then they think that they're going to get some kind of process. You're not one of the kings. That was past life. You're the peasant. We can't really trace that bloodline unless you come specifically from the bloodline. You ain't got nothing coming. So what do? They murder their family members for life insurance. They're constantly murdering people and then telling witches that we're evil. Even though I would never murder a person or do a death ritual on somebody for money, I would never do that essentially. The only reason why I would do that is if that person was a danger to me. And women are not just doing this because we want to be in control. No, we want to let the man take control, but we can't let him. That's not why we're doing this. We know that they are lost. We know that they are stupid, especially a religious man. Religious men are an utter nightmare walking. They're open to just any suggestion half the time. The wind can blow and their attitude done changed. But when it comes to and I believe that that Bible is all about DL gay. The whole thing is DL gay. DL gay. I'm not talking about openly gay people. Openly gay people, I respect them. And I'm not even talking about people that are in the closet, people that haven't told their family, people that haven't spoken about it. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these DL men that actively pursue women. Why do they do that? Why don't you leave women alone? Why are you plaguing women? Why are you literally the bane of the woman? A lot of them that sit in the pulpit of the church are DL gay. They sit in the pulpit of the church, DL gay. They know it. They're definitely gay, don't like women. Then when you have a woman that's a witch, they want to kill us. See this, because they know that we're connected to the divine feminine. I don't have anything against transgender people. I don't, because transgender people, they kind of like I've never had a transgender person try to sleep with me and then diss me and dog me out. I can honestly say that I've never had that happen, Unicali. I am seriously talking about DL men, a lot of them being black, going around sleeping with women. I've never had a transgender woman, sorry. I've never had a transgender woman or man try to sleep with me. Never. I've never had them do that. Never. They've never been disrespectful to me ever. Never. So I can't agree with that. But what I can tell you is that, and it's a problem down here in Atlanta, they need to I'm going to tell you something. Women are literally cattle to these DL gay men. I had no idea how bad it was in Georgia. They are literally like a demon of unknown fucking origin. DL gay men are like walking Cenobites. They are like demons down here in Atlanta. It is horrible. It is horrible. Well, I've never had a transgender woman do anything to me, honestly, unless I didn't know she was transgender, Unicali, so I could see that. But again, and the reason why I'm speaking specifically about DL men that sleep with women is because at some point they talk that woman into thinking that it's okay to sleep with them, and it's not okay to sleep with them. There's no heterosexual woman that should be sleeping with a down low gay man, even if he's never fulfilled the sexual act. It's like a huge scheme of emotional cheating on the woman. Even if he's never slept with another man, he still prefers to listen to the men. What is one of the most important things is for people to listen. They want to sit and listen to men on the internet, listen to men on the news, listen to men talk. They don't want to listen to the woman at all. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about those specifically that pursue women and sleep with women. It is a huge mistake to sleep with them, because when he sleeps with you, he's putting death inside of you. He's literally destroying you from the inside out. This is the reason why, like, oh my God, y'all, I can finally admit to it. Moving to Georgia was the biggest mistake that I ever made, and my mama was right. My mama was right from the beginning. She was like, I don't know why you went down there. That place is not safe. That is not where you want to raise my grandchildren. And she was right. This place is crawling with them. Crawling. And you know what? That's all they want to do is create death. That's why you see a lot of them running around here spreading HIV on purpose. They want to unalive, murder the woman. I mean, obviously, they don't want to be alive themselves. Obviously, they're suicidal and homicidal. I shouldn't have said that word. The S word is a no-no on YouTube. But that's exactly what they are. They are in such a dark place. Such a dark place. Yeah. So I'm talking about the ones that specifically seek out, seek out. Some of them will go through all kinds of changes to woo a woman. But so, and the next thing you know, you done got with a monster. It happens to a lot of women. And you know what? They've actually made that against the law in a lot of states. If y'all check the law, it's against civil law for a man to pretend to be something that he's not, make promises to a woman, and then not make good on those promises. A woman can actually take a man to court, to civil court for that. That's a fact. It's so sad. Lacking total appreciation, very apathetic, uncaring, trying to hold on to these stiff views of the Bible while literally, according to their Bible, being a walking, talking abomination. Not that I would ever validate the Bible. The Bible is garbage. Every single man that calls a woman garbage, it's their Bibles that are garbage. It's evil. That's a fact. By the time they done read about 100 pages of the Bible, they got about 100 demons in them, 100 bad spirits inhabiting their body. That's why I've utterly refused to ever bring a Bible into my house ever again. It's the worst thing you can ever do for your family. It's the worst thing you can ever do for yourself. It ain't nothing but death and destruction in that Bible. It ain't nothing but self-hatred. It ain't nothing but struggle. It ain't nothing but hatred for the woman. It ain't nothing but a hatred for life. It does nothing but complicate life. You see what I'm saying? So it just it's and down here in Atlanta, it ain't nothing worse than a DL man thumping a Bible. You know what? When you figure out why you need to burn your Bible, that's when I'll give you my time and energy. Otherwise, you need to figure out why you need to burn your Bible. And like I told y'all, my theory is that the God of the Bible is actually Moloch, which is the demon of child sacrifice. I believe he's one of the voices behind the Bible. The other voice behind the Bible, I believe, is an alien that communicates with us light years away. I don't, I'm definitely not a believer. Definitely not. Something is wrong with that. And you can't tell them that. You can't. Why? Because they're under possession, they're under mind control. You can't tell them that. And that God tells them to become lovers of yourselves. It was a part of the prophecy, and they do self-fulfilling prophecies. They always want to talk to men. They want to hear a man's voice. Some of them will get into conversations with men, and they'll just be so into that conversation with that man. And you'll see a woman come up and they look at her like, oh, like, can't you see two men are talking? I'm talking to a man. That's so backwards. It's so bad. They don't even be talking about nothing. Don't even be talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You the kind they don't even be saying nothing important. It can even be some stupid stuff. I want to hear this man talk. You shut up and be quiet. I like the sound of his voice. I'd like to lick him everywhere. It's the truth. They really be in love with them other men. They be in love with other men. So they build up all this sexual energy for that other man and use the woman like she's a blow up doll. That's what I was saying. You know what, DL men, what y'all are worthy of, y'all don't stay away from women and their babies and children. Stay away from women, DL man. Stay away from women and go and get you a damn blow up doll, a male blow up doll. Get you a male and a female blow up doll, right? Right? Get you a male and a female blow up doll so that you can switch back and forth depending on which bipolar personality is getting ready to come out. Oh, I feel like pretending to be straight that I'm not totally in love with this other man. Then you need a female blow up doll so that you can take out all your anger on that female doll. Don't talk to any human woman ever again. Don't ever do that. Don't even say anything to her. Get you a female blow up doll and go and spit at it and take your anger out on it and play your little stupid dumb games with that with the doll, an inanimate object. Now, the problem with that is that if they mistreat the doll, then the doll might end up becoming animated and doing something to them. You know what I'm saying? But let them find out because honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. I have friends that are gay men that I like literally like like just the light of my world. Like literally, if they were not gay, I'm like I would marry you. Okay, but I know you gay and you like men. Okay, DL men, no. I feel that the world would be better off without them. I do. I feel the world would be better off without them. I'm just saying. Okay. I guess it can be interchangeable for DL women too, but I truly believe that I'm sorry. It just the stress is way too much. They are trying to unalive women by stressing us out. When they get tired of trying to stress us out by doing it, a lot of them eventually end up unaliving the woman. Now that ain't now that would never happen to me because I have a demon called Valafor that will literally destroy you. So you can't do that to me. But that's why I be telling you women to protect yourself. You hear about women getting killed every single day by these crazy fools. And they don't even care about going to jail. You know why? Because they know they're going to be in the celly with another man and they can make love to him. They can finally be gay when they go on the inside. Stay away from women. Stop trying to listen. Leave women alone with that mess. All they do is play in your face. That's all they do is play in your face and pray to another man's penis. You know what? I actually, when I hear some of these men talking about Jesus, I'll be like, I'll be like, wow, you act like you want to make love to Jesus. And let me tell you something, it's just about Jesus. And let me tell you something, it's just, but the woman made everything happen for you. What the fuck are you talking about? And I just love Jesus. Huh? Praise Jesus. A woman will do something for them good. A woman will make love to them. A woman will heal them. A woman will do all these things to them. And they won't thank the woman. No, they'll go and thank Jesus. What the fuck Jesus got to do with that shit? Jesus didn't give birth to me. You need to thank the divine mother. They got it all backwards and all wrong. The woman does nothing but take their crap. We absorb a lot of the times and we process their negative emotions, and they'll go and say, thank you, Jesus. Whoa, whoa. I'm the one that dealt with your crazy ass, though. Praise Jesus. But Jesus didn't do nothing. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to start telling Christians that Jesus doesn't exist. That's I'm sorry, Unicali. I can't do it anymore. I can't. There, when they say something to be about Jesus, be like, there is no Jesus. That was only me. You know, the empath that processed all of your negative emotions. Jesus didn't do that. Okay, Jesus did not do that. No, I did not make a wine out of water turn into wine. No, I didn't. But you know what? Women did give birth. I think that every now and so then scientists began to try to make it possible for men to give birth. I said, this is ridiculous. I can't with this. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I feel that people, if you do something as long as it does not hurt or impede on the lives of other people. Literally is how I feel about that. But I think that the problem is that a lot of these men, they need to deal with themselves. You are absolutely on the DL. And you know what? How many times have you gotten into an argument with a DL man and he believes another lying ass man over you? It's because he got that voice. I just want to kiss him. He got a deep, beautiful, sultry voice. I love that man. That's why I believe him over you. Even though I know you're telling the truth, but I'm gonna play a sick game with you, Jamila, because I actually like men. That's a fact. Hey, Unicali, I'm telling you the truth, man. It's a whole trip. It's a whole trip. Okay. Because it's usually they boys. My boy. My boy said this. You know how they play that game when they boys say this and that? Well, my boy said this is like, but that don't even make no sense. Your boy is a complete retard. Well, even though I know that he's stupid and dumb and that he lacks intellect and that he's a liar, I'm still going to stress you out and try to do damage and hurt you just because I love that man's voice. In fact, I'm going to hold on to every word that that man says and never listen to you. Because you can tell they're not listening. Not when it counts, when it's something that matters. La 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 la. I'm not listening. La 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 la. I'm not listening. Did you not hear me? No, I still want to argue with you. But did you hear anything that I said? No, I had to go and listen to my boys. Yeah, Unicali, I got to tell you something. I dealt with a Muslim man and he annoyed the entire soul out of me. He did. And there's no way I could be with a Muslim man. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Yeah, no. Ooh, a period. That's where all life begins. Oh, I don't want to live. Oh, okay. Okay. And it even says that in the Bible. When a woman is on her period, she's filthy. She's dirty. Yeah, that Bible ain't did nothing but create a bunch of rapists and idiots. I just really wish that. Oh my God! I guess like Erica Badu says, I'll see you next lifetime. Cause it's gonna like literally we're not gonna see them change. We're not gonna see the revolution in this lifetime. We gotta wait till the next one. They ain't gonna they are gonna always be had and took by that Bible, and while they listen to a man. Why do you want to listen to a man? Because I love the way his voice just crackles in my ear and it goes down my spine. Wow. Really? So you can tell a woman is dealing with a DL gay man because she becomes hoarse all of a sudden. She's had to argue and talked so much, she done talked her damn head off to the point where now you sound groggy. Especially verbally abusive men, Unicali. Verbally abusive men are definitely on the DL. They are. They are. Oh, you bitch. What? Oh, are you gay today? Listen, bitch. Oh, are you gay? Wow, you just called me a bitch. Are you gonna insult me? You gonna talk about me? Oh, that's your gay coming out. Okay, all right. I forgot. Yeah, because the last time I checked, you need to call me High Priestess Jamila, or you need to call me Queen Jamila. What you talking about? You need to say ma'am. You need to say ma'am to me. You need to say yes, ma'am to me. But no, it's bitch this, bitch that. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, that's that gay coming out. Oh, okay. I forgot. I forgot. I forgot you secretly are craving to listen to a man whisper in your ear. You don't like the woman's falsetto. You wanna hear grunts and moaning in the bed. You want to hear the sounds of another man going, ugh. You don't want to hear a woman in her high octave voice. You don't. You want to hear that man like growl in your ear. That's what you want to hear. That's a fact. Why are you sleeping with women? Oh no, don't really. What are you doing sleeping with women? And they always do. They usually do sleep with women. The reason why they sleep with women, knowing damn well that they hate women and they don't really want to sleep with women, they really want to sleep with a man. The reason why they do that is because it's a status symbol. That's it. That's it. That's merely it. They have programmed in their brains that sleeping with a woman makes them a metaphysical man, a physiological man. That makes them a man, but it doesn't. I know plenty of gay men that are out in the open gay, and you know what? They're better than a lot of these so-called straight men. They're not abusive. You can actually sit down and talk to them about something, and they listen, and they listen, and they respect the divine feminine. Not these. No, no. Actually, what's going on? More mackerel, more mackerel. Actually, what's going on? I'm gonna tell y'all straight up and down what's going on. I am dealing with the aftermath and recovering from dealing with the founders of Georgia who were colonialists, who were very racist, who uh still kind of the spirits roam. I live in very racist, it's like another world living in the South. So right now what I'm dealing with is dealing with spirit. See, this is one of the reasons why people don't like to come down here and practice witchcraft. So right now I'm dealing with the spirit of, what's his name? James Oglesberg or something like that, and Henry Ellis, the founders, the founding fathers of Georgia, the evildoers, the ones that set up the entire process for me to come over here and essentially get fed up on and constantly at war over my own energy and my own power. So I'm literally that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm dealing with. Okay. Especially in the South. That's terrible. Especially when it comes to women, it ain't just black women that feel marginalized in the South. It's all women that feel marginalized in the South. You know what I'm saying? But especially when it comes to indigenous women in the South, and not only that, you gonna play in my face and you really gay, like you saying gay things to me, gay, angry things to me, because you want to hear the vibration of a man's moaning and groaning in your ears. You want to make love to him. That's what it is. I think it's ridiculous. Yeah, we're dealing with the powers that be. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, it's a trip. And you know what? Women, when we run across a DL man, we can tell that he's on the DL because we can tell that he's full of crap. And we will try to say, hey, well, let's be friends. I don't want to be friends. They notice how you immediately friend zone them. Why not? Why can't we be friends? I'm gonna tell you something. As a heterosexual woman, there is nothing more than I like to do than to sit down and have a conversation just stimulating conversation with a man. I'm listening to everything that that man is saying to me. Everything he's saying to me in that moment. I'm just loving the way he sounds. Y'all know Barry White is one of my favorite singers because he got that deep ass voice. Why would you be a man and dealing with a woman, but yet you don't want to listen to anything that she has to say? You just don't want to listen. You don't want to listen ever. You just don't listen. And you know what? I had a vision of somebody like that coming into my life, y'all, to where I would say something to this person and I would literally be coming from a place of truth and honesty. And this person would say to me, nah, that ain't what you really mean. What you really mean is this. Oh my God. No, what you're really trying to do is just aggravate the entire fuck out of me. I cannot stand when people do that because I'm always a brutally honest person. You tell them what it is and how you feel. Nah, that ain't what it is. Huh? It's really this. And they be way off. Oh my God, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. Like, it's have you ever called into customer service and you feel like the person just literally is not listening to you? Well, there have been people that have dialed 911. They've dialed 911. And, you know, they're in the middle of the ocean drowning. And the 911 operator, instead of sending a rescue, the correct rescue team sends an ambulance. Y'all hear about that? That she was a Korean lady. It's not funny at all. It's not funny. I'm not laughing at it. She was literally in the middle of the freaking some lake or something with her 5-year-old kid, and the 911 operator sends an ambulance. I shit you not. Like, how could you make such a grave mistake when and that lady and her son drowned and died? So when you dial 911, it's like, can I get some help here? I'm in the middle of an ocean drowning. Okay, let me send an ambulance. What? Whoa, whoa! You sent a paramedic? Well, don't you need to send like the swim team or something? Like, they could never. You know what? Hell, maybe they could replace some humans with AI. To be honest with you, because AI would probably do a better job than the humans. I can imagine, y'all, that an artificial intelligence app would do a better job than some humans, because some humans are just flawed horribly. Goodness gracious. I can't wait till I get out of Atlanta. I just really can't. Sorry about that, y'all. I accidentally hit the back button. Yeah, it's literally gonna be an amazing day when I finally get the hell out of here, away from because oh my god, Makes no sense. Makes no sense. And then you find yourself, when you're dealing with a DL gay man, you're literally arguing for nothing. Several hours will pass, like literally, like it and the shit will literally pass you by. Life itself just passes you by while you argue with a DL gay man. Because really what he's struggling with is his sexuality. He may even be attracted to you. He may even be attracted to you just because. Some people just got it. Hell, if you got it, you got it. And I definitely got it. I got it. Even on my worst day, I always got it. Okay. Uh-huh. He still wants that like I said, the vibration. Hold on. The vibration of another man's voice is what he wants, and he will tear you down. I have never ever seen like and you know what? A lot of them will build you up and tear you down. Build you up and tear you down. That ain't that's just not it. That's just not it. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I gotta go. And I'm just so done with the Atlanta, Georgia area. I am, and I know a lot of my clients are anxious for me to get out of here. It's so bad down here that clients don't even that like my clients cannot stand the fact that I'm down here. The vibe is so churchy and weird. It's so weird, and the energy is just so damn it. I'm gonna tell you something. Come down here. It's almost like it's the Twilight Zone. Living in Georgia is literally the Twilight Zone. That's a fact. And I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. And you know what? If somebody is watching this that has decided to live in Atlanta, Georgia, you gonna come down here, and I swear to you, you're gonna find out. Unless you're in the church, but it's still the Twilight Zone. It's still the Twilight Zone, even if you go to church. It's weird, and the reason why it's so weird is mainly because of the religion. I'm dealing with it, Stevan. Down here they definitely don't want to free the slaves down here. I've been battling with I have been battling with the system down here. I've been battling with systematic racism down here, as well as religious abuse. That's a fact. So sometimes humans actually get the job done right and understand you better. Yeah, oh yeah, I know that. I know that. But that lady literally, like, for some reason, she just decided to not help that lady. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. But okay, guys, I gotta go. Normally, I'm asleep. Actually, this is the time that I've been going to sleep. So I'm about to get off of here and get some rest. I'm tired. But you know what I do? I keep my inverted cross. Whenever I start feeling like that, like I keep an inverted cross. I keep my cross inverted with my pentacle, with a circle with a pentacle. I hate this Bible Belt crap, y'all. I hate it here. It's so stupid. It is. It's just stuck on stupid. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. I'm serious about what I'm talking about, though. I hate the Bible and I hate religion. Blessed be to the witches.